Hi, I'm Love Mustafa and I'm a student. Hi, I'm Precious Mustafa.
Sorry, my apologies for coming in late. I had to adjust my makeup. But speaking of makeup, I want to talk about the evolution of makeup and how that all began, and also like go into different eras and times of different styles of makeup, and how that connects now today with women's confidence and why women are so self confident within themselves when they wear makeup. So, to go into the history of makeup, it first was recorded through the Egyptians around 3000 BC when. I'm sorry. My apologies. Laughing box here. No. It's first started with the Egyptians in 3000 BC when they have this unique mixture called kohl, KHOL, and they use that as like a thick makeup substance around their eyes, so they have like long, dramatic like eyeliners basically. And around that time period as well, the Chinese, they started to use like basically nail polish to paint their nails, and around that time they used that as a form of way to see like who was in what class during that time. And they also started to use like white thick foundation as well. So to quickly go into some like other eras of makeup, like the 1960s, they call that the golden television era. So you had like iconic superstars like Marilyn Monroe or Elizabeth Taylor, and so the makeup style around that time was like the red lipstick, a little bit of smoky eyes. They would imitate Marilyn Monroe's mold sometimes. They had a dramatic mascara as well within that time period. And then to go into the 1980s, the disco era, which if you compare it to the 1960s, they're a bit more fun and a bit more bold. You see their eyeshadows and blushes and lipstick, and they have wide variety of colors within their like face, and obviously they were just very open, and they had like big hair. So compared to that time, you can see that they were more, I guess, liberal or more like bold within their makeup. And then we go into an era that's closer to our time, which is the 1990s, going to the 2000s. So you have celebrities like Kate Moss, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and compared to those people, you see that their makeup is more kind of glossy and shiny. So they had like eyeshadows like um, pink and white and light blue, and that's when like using lip gloss was a huge factor at that time. So you see a lot of frosty, glossy lipsticks around them too, and they use a lot of tanning products. They have very like bronze tanning appearance to them, and their eyebrows were locked in at that time, but they still use smoky eyeshadows, which is something that's very related to the 1960s. So, um, with all the with all those factors coming into play, it had me thinking that even though they're very different from each other, those people within those time period, they felt comfortable within their appearance. They like how they look, and it reminded me of situations where like you might be talking to an older person like your parents or your aunt, and they'll show you like old class photos within their high school or their middle school, and they'll laugh with embarrassment because they look totally different than who they are now. But within that time period, they were confident. They definitely saw themselves in the mirror before they left the house. So they liked their look, they liked their appearance at that time. But obviously, compared to who they are now, it's definitely different. So I realized even though the time period is different, confidence and being comfortable within your skin, no matter what the makeup style was, never changed. So it had me thinking, okay, does makeup have this, I don't know, magical ability to give confidence to women? So when reading this particular article within, sorry, the both articles, 2017 article, can women wear makeup and boost their cognitive and confidence, and a 2015 Penn State article named Makeup and Its Effect on Self-Esteem by Lisa Edwards. Um, they both say that okay, women have confidence within themselves more when they wear makeup, and granted you can have confidence in other things as well that can give you that boldness, but when wearing makeup you kind of are giving your best foot forward. You know, when people see you, the first appearance matters a lot. And so when you wear your makeup, you realize, okay, best foot forward. I can focus now on other things because I have like my look basically down pack.
Nice.
And you know, and going into more of the article, a 2015 Penn State article, they actually did an experiment with 4 Caucasian students. And so they had like 2 different types of like makeup styles. They had like the everyday going to class makeup, and then they had like the party makeup as well. And so what they did in that experiment was that one day they would ask those students, okay, wear just your regular, everyday makeup, wear it to class, and then wear it to going out to like a special event. And the next day, wear the your party makeup to class, and then wear it going out. And so at the end of the result, they said that they felt more comfortable wearing their party makeup to class and just going out as well, just because your class makeup might be like literally no makeup at all,
For sure.
but when you wear your party makeup, you're basically looking your best. And they said that they felt more confident in themselves because they liked how they looked. They felt like they looked like the best basically, but also they felt like they can actually focus on other things. They're not distracted by how they look or if their blemishes is showing. But with that, women use makeup basically to help cover any form of blemishes they may have, any form of imperfection they may feel that they have. And it's just a good factor for women just to walk around and just feel like they love themselves a lot more. So in conclusion to that, makeup was and is still a way of self-expression, and it's a way to fit in with the trends and the times, no matter what the era is. And even though styles and influences and trends change, one thing is for sure is that makeup makes you feel the exact same no matter what the time is. It brings confidence and self-beauty to whoever wears it. Oh, and just to let you guys know too, because I forgot to mention that going into like the history of makeup, I got my references from Nicole Fitcher, which was an article called A Brief History of Makeup, and I got my references of like the different eras. I got it from the 2019 article, Makeup Throughout the Decades. But thank you for your time. Do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.